Welcome to Baltimore's Pigtown neighborhood in 1100 Wicomico Street. Come on in, let me show you around. 1100 Wicomico has been in place for over 100 years. We have been the proud owners for the last 3 years and have built a team to reinvigorate this building as a place for large and small businesses, entrepreneurs, artists, artisans, many of which have an overarching direction towards products and product development. We have been focused on creating space and an ecosystem specifically for the innovation community, which is anchored by Harbor Design and Manufacturing, who was really our inspiration to focus on an innovation center, which we've currently committed to and have grown organically, but are looking to do a much more heavily invested innovation center, which we're calling the Baltimore Innovation Center. So there was already a foundation set for us to really play off of. We then took that one step further and established a co-working space that has grown organically, attracting, again, the individuals. Some are professional service providers, as well as some artisans that needed a slightly more formal space for them to do the business side of their work. The event space has proven to be a great way for us to connect outwardly to both the local communities that sort of are related to the city, as well as some of the industries and innovation communities that actually span across the state of Maryland. Events have ranged from Mission of Mercy, a multi-day event where they have free dental care, the Southwest Partnership for their annual meeting and celebration. The innovation community in particular has found this to be a great place to host some of their events, including Dev Day as part of Baltimore Innovation Week. The Baltimore Community Lending, a local community development lending agency, hosted their 30-year anniversary symposium and celebration here. As part of the 2020 mayoral race, we were able to host the town hall forum and provide folks with an opportunity to hear directly from some of the candidates. We like to say that the tenants are the heroes. And by that we mean we are a customer-first organization manifested as a piece of real estate. We really focus on the people that bring the real estate to life.
Hi, my name is Josh Barnes. I am the CEO and co-founder of Harbor Designs and Manufacturing. Harbor Designs is a turnkey product development and contract manufacturing firm. Relatively industry agnostic. We do consumer products, we do things in the transportation industry, but we have a particular passion and focus in medical device and biomedical innovations. We did a lot of changing in the way we think about how we do what we do in the early days of the pandemic. From the start, our first focus was on making sure that our employees and our customers were safe, and then the business of how we conduct business comes second. We took a look around to see how can we use the skills and services that we have here to benefit our local ecosystem and perhaps the world at large with bringing new innovations to market. Just a short example of the kinds of projects that we've been working on. They range from novel ventilator technologies, where we're working in partnerships with Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab and others that shall remain nameless, to commercialize fast-track ventilator technologies. We're working with our local partners who are experts in filtration material to help them introduce those filters into novel applications. We've got a product that is going to completely transform the way caregivers interact with patients in ICU environments, particularly keeping the caregivers safe from diseases such as COVID. We have other products that are Bluetooth technologies, auto-diagnosing technologies that allow you to take the caregiver out of the equation altogether. Devices that increase tidal flow volume and other devices that are continuously monitoring your respiratory rate. So a lot of really clever solutions that not only solve the immediate challenge, but also I think will be true innovations going forward.
I'm Ken Malone. I'm one of the founders of Early Charm Ventures. Early Charm Ventures, we go into universities, we find professors doing really cool stuff, and we license it. We start companies around it. Today, we are 15 active companies in our portfolio, and we actively manage all those companies. So we're not venture capital. We don't write checks. We have the whole team that manages and runs those companies. And today, I'm sitting in one of the spaces where we do the development work for these companies. Dipole Materials, one of our portfolio companies, makes nanofibers, so fibers that are thinner than a human hair. Filters are one of the things that you can make with nanofibers because they let a lot of air through, but they don't let particles through. We were never in the filter business because it's a fairly low margin, high production rate material. But when the crisis struck, we pivoted into making these filters because there was really no filter material at all coming into the country. And we were the only manufacturer of these type of materials on the East Coast. One of the challenges we had when we started doing filter production was we knew how to make all different types of filters. We didn't understand exactly what the market needed for those filters, and the other companies in the building had a really great grasp on that. So, for example, Torres Consulting was doing a lot of cut and sew of masks, as was Fashions Unlimited. And we were able to go to both of them and understand how we had to produce a filter that would slide into the way that they constructed a cloth mask so that we could meet what the market was really asking for. Also, a company called Dene was doing 3D printing of frames for masks and wanted our material to just slide into the frame. So we had to make a different type of material for them, and we did. And it turned out that that worked great because there were companies all around the country making these 3D printed frames. And because of our work with Dene, we were able to immediately meet those needs. Harbor Designs was really integral in us understanding some of the engineering constraints of how we would cut our materials and how we would get them to fit into different shapes. So really, the partnerships that we were able to build with the community in this building were key to us rapidly reaching market.
My name is Paul Torres, President and owner of Torres Consulting Solutions. Torres Consulting is a full-service design and manufacturing firm, and we work with our clients from concept to in-store. We moved into the Wicomico building at the beginning of January. I was in a transition with my company and needed a smaller space, and we were accommodated at the Wicomico with moving into artists' shared workspace. That really helped me regain focus and take my company to where I needed to go. Immediately, our business increased, and we were on the right track of, increasing business, building revenue, and then again moved into a larger space. And again, we grew out of that space, and now in our 5,000 square foot space, a full manufacturing setup, design setup, with room to grow. And we are so pleased with how we're able to grow our business here and the whole networking of other small companies and not only the apparel manufacturing field, but also a range of fields. Part of moving into the Wicomico, where our previous office was out in the county of Maryland, it put me into being a part of Baltimore City, which offers so many incentives for small business growth. And immediately I connected with the manufacturing community, Andy Cook being director of MADE in Baltimore. And in fact, our first isolation gown order, which was 15,000 units, was through BDC. And it was all through the support of Andy. We developed a level 3 isolation gown. They approved it, purchased it, and we manufactured it. Through being here too, I had the opportunity, and that we were working on PPE. Our first order was 20,000 units of 3-ply cotton surgical masks for Sinai Hospital, and the use was wearing these masks over the N95s so that frontliners could reuse their N95s. So through that put us in the category of PPE, which really shifted my focus on what we're doing at our company, Torres Consulting. We're making now product and developing product that has a purpose and protects.